Tower crane that was used to build the new Smith County Courthouse has been deconstructed. It's been disappearing from the downtown Tyler skyline.
KLTV's Jenna Delgado has more on how that happened.
The crane was part of Tyler's downtown skyline for almost 2 years. With that brings much history. The crane is 275 feet tall, nearly passing the Plaza Square tower height of 280 feet, the highest building in Northeast Texas. Another crane, a mobile crane, was used to build it in November of 2024. The tower crane was attached to a concrete base behind the new courthouse's exterior, structuring the entire building. Horror construction project executive Stephen Flournoy said the crane was taken down this past weekend because they've reached the home stretch of construction.
The symbolic moment for us as a milestone, bringing down a tower crane, means that your structure is fully complete and that most of your heavy lifting activities are done for the project. So in the construction business, that generally tells us that we're getting very close to being complete with our project.
Flournoy said about 30 people were on site this past weekend to deconstruct the crane.
It's very taxing on individuals that climbed a 275-foot tall crane and literally were hanging off of it safely, of course, with harnesses on.
The arm of the crane that extended over the courthouse onto the sidewalk was dismantled on Saturday. It was 272 feet long. Flournoy said yesterday the tower was taken down in 14 sections and took about 10 hours to complete.
And all of that was very, very hard, intensive manual labor.
17 semi-flatbed trailers loaded each section out for transport. In May of last year, the crane was struck by lightning. It was down for 2 days but didn't face any major damages. There's now a smaller crane that is helping complete the final north elevation project. Construction is set for completion by this winter.
We're looking forward to a great last 4 months on the job.
Flournoy said that construction ends on December 27th. Jenna Delgado, KLTV 7 News.
The old courthouse will be demolished this February.
Wow.